Okay, it's now 5:12, and your Monday morning is going to feel a lot different than your weekend before. I was going to say your last Monday morning, but last Monday, wasn't that when it was like
that was
in the
the
teens?
deep cold, yeah.
Well, it's going to feel better than last Monday. There's the good news you can have.
The fact that you guys remember what the weather was like last Monday is pretty incredible to me.
It was because it was such a shock.
That's fair.
Remember, it was,
Yeah,
oh
that's
gosh,
fair.
it was terrible.
I think it was kind of shocking to see how we went from mid-60s near 70 on Saturday, and then Sunday totally different. I mean, you walked outside, you definitely needed that jacket.
Yeah, it was low 50s. It was windy. We've at least dropped the wind off, and now we're looking at more of a cloudy sky over most of Iowa. Looking over Des Moines, we do not have a lot of that cloud cover as a sizable dry slot has developed. We're at 42 degrees. The drier dew point means we did have enough room to cool down, but of course you got to have time with that. But our east wind has now started slowly drifting to the southeast, which is going to support what will be rain chances this afternoon. So it's a very mild start to the week, and that's how the majority of this week is going to remain. And then rainfall, of course, moving in this afternoon. Not a lot of hope for this to be a good soaking rainfall, but little teaser for deep next week. Could be wintry. We are looking at that late November cool down, but it's not showing up, of course, for us just yet. This is our first system coming through today. This is going to track just south of us, which is going to give us a lighter rainfall. There is a chance this has better coverage, but I would still think about a third of us get anything measurable in terms of rainfall out of this one. Now, the next one's already setting up off the coast of California. What we're missing with these is good jet stream interaction. The main jet stream is going to sit just north of us, just through Canada, and start dipping down towards at least Iowa. So it'll have to pick up these lows and bring them towards us. So this is our one for Monday, and this one's going to take nearly until Friday to really get to us. It stalls out over the Four Corners region and then starts lifting northward. But this high pressure is keeping anything from getting to us at this moment. But that is going to fade away and drop off to the east as well. Now, temperatures for the moment, upper 30s, low 40s. We're all at least close together or within reason. Carroll is a cool spot down to 32 degrees, but Fort Dodge sitting at 40. Des Moines at 42, Grinnell's at 41. Kind of a warmer start comparatively. We still have some time to cool off, but by this afternoon, there isn't much movement in our temperatures. We're talking a 10 to 14 degree warm up at best, with this light rainfall kind of bouncing around. The wind stays generally out of the east with some southeast favoritism. With that, it's just not enough to give us a good push of moisture to support a better rainfall setup. Now, this was a day that a lot of us were seeing on social media that there was going to be snowfall. Not a single flake of that. If you are along the Iowa-Minnesota border, you have the best chance, and even then, it's extremely low. We're staying way too warm and do not have near enough support for that to be any kind of situation for us. Now, the cloud cover from all this rainfall does stick around even after the northeast wind takes over, but we do at least stay in a fairly mild setting for the rest of at least the first half of the week. By Friday, things will start to change over just a touch. So rainfall amounts, while it is showing us about a quarter inch to half an inch, we're not going to see it spread out near this much, but we can't rule out a spot or two getting consistent rounds of this rainfall to actually give us anything that would be worthwhile. So once we get to the middle of the week, Wednesday and Thursday, upper 40s to right around the low 50s. Overnight temperatures staying right around the upper 30s and low 40s as well. Friday's rainfall does give us fairly good coverage, and some of that will carry over into Saturday, but the amounts for this are still a little bit of a question mark if we can get the moisture return. And while through Sunday, decent warming trend, we fall right back down to a more seasonal feel as our rain chances stick around for that first part of next week. Joe?